Good morning.
Good morning.
Good
Good morning.
morning, Hazael. Good morning, Luis. Good morning, Jaime.
Good morning,
Good
teacher.
morning,
How
How
are
teacher.
are
you
you?
guys? I'm doing well. What
Good.
about you?
Very good.
Good.
Very well, very
All
well, thank
right.
you.
Good. I just have a person that I don't know who that person is, Fernando Andres.
I am teacher, but I try to connect with another
Device.
device. Yeah,
Okay, no problem. Because Fernando Andres is connected right now too.
yeah. Uh, is the name of my son,
All right. Good.
but I try to out.
Okay. Good morning, Jordi.
Morning. How are you?
Good. Yourself?
Ah, I'm fine, thanks.
Good. Okay, guys, so as you know, we need to have the attendance at the beginning of the class. So I'm going to show you the attendance. You only say present when you hear your name. So we are going to start with that. I guess the other ones are going to join us in some minutes. So
Okay.
first person, Isaac Aguillon is not here. Maybe later. Hazael Alfaro.
Present.
Good. Rodrigo Alfaro is not here. Carlos Asensio is not here. Osvaldo Cáceres is not here. Um, Elizabeth Castro is not here. Jordi Castro,
Present.
good. Nathalie Dubon is not here right now, maybe later. Rene Gutierrez is not here. Luz Enriquez is not here right now. Luis Liotti,
Present.
good. Then we have Jose is not here. Leticia Orellana is not here. Jocelyn is not here. Raúl Reynoso is not here. Jaime Rivas,
Present.
good. Next one is Carla Rodriguez.
Present.
Good. Hector Ruiz is not here. Walter Sanchez is not here right now. Michelle Valiente is not here right now. Maybe later.
It's Jordi.
Uh, Candy Villacorta. Candy? No.
It's Jaime.
Uh, Brian Villacorta. Brian Villalta. Villacorta. I don't know why I said Villa. Oh, because Candy is Villacorta. Okay. So that's the attendance that we have for today. Now we are going to continue. Jaime, do you want to access with another device?
Yeah, teacher. Because my computer isn't work, and I try to connect with the tablet.
Okay. So,
Right now, I connect with my cell phone.
okay, now you're entering, I guess, the other one.
Okay, thank you. I disconnect with my cell phone.
No problem.
Thank you, teacher.
You're welcome. Okay, so now let's see. As you know, yesterday we were checking just information that we had related to that we were saying related to the company, and it was using could you, like asking for favors in the company, like could you open the door please, or would you mind, and using the genus. So that was the topic that we had yesterday, talking about, in other words, request that sometimes you can have at work, or request that you can have in your house. So you have different kind of requests, and that can be in different um, places, not only at work but also in your house, or in a park, any place you can use those requests. Could you is one option, and the other option is would you mind. So first option, could you, and you use the base form like could you open the door, could you send me the information, and that's the the first option. The second option was using would you mind. But when you say would you mind, you need to use a gerund. So you say would you mind playing, would you mind working, would you mind studying, would you mind reading. So you need the gerund form when you say would you mind. So that's what we studied yesterday, and we were saying that the difference is that when you say could you use the base form and the meaning is formal. You can also have informal, but if you say informal, you need to use can. So I can ask Luis, for example, Luis, can you send me the information about yesterday class? And that is a favor. So can you send me the information? And Luis will answer. He will say yes or no, but he doesn't need to say yes, I can. It is possible you can answer like that, but it's not very common. The most common answer is sure, no problem, of course, right now, in this moment. So those are the expressions that you're going to hear when someone accepts doing a favor. The other option is using would you mind. And when the person says, would you mind opening the door? Would you mind sending me the information? You will answer the same way. Sure, no problem, right now, and like that. So you will always use those expressions when you accept to do a favor. If you don't accept it, the possibilities are giving excuses. So you will say, I would like to, but, and then you give your excuse, or I'm sorry, but, and you give your excuse. For example, Luis, could you send me the information about yesterday class? And Luis says, oh, I'm sorry, but I lost my notes. So that's the excuse that he has. In the case that he accepts, sure, no problem. So those are like the two options that you have. And remember that could is more formal than can. But would you mind is more formal than could and more formal than can. So in other words, you have can when you use a request, but you want to ask your friend, for example, or someone that you know very well. So you use can. Could is more formal, and would you mind is more formal. So those are like the three options that you have: can, could, and would you mind. The difference: can is informal, you can use it with your friends. Could is more formal, you can use it with any person that you want. It could be your friends or anyone. And would you mind is very, very formal. Now, the difference in structure. If you say can, you use the base form. If you use could, you use the base form. If you use would you mind, you use the gerund. So those are like the three things that you have to remember. Now for today we have a new topic, and this topic is the one that you're going to use for the presentation that you have on Friday. If you remember, the presentation is about a situation that happened to you in the past, a problem that you had in the past, or an experience that you had in the past. And then you're going to say how that problem is affecting your life in the present. So, after you finish describing the problem and the consequence in the present, your classmates are going to give you suggestions. They are going to make suggestions, and those suggestions are going to be the topic that we have today. And this topic is about making suggestions in different ways. So there are two ways that you can express suggestions. One is using modals like could, can, but when you say could and can, you are not only expressing a suggestion, but you are giving like possibilities. Yes, you're giving possibilities. Like, let's say that Michelle is saying that she's sick. So you say, oh, you could go to the doctor. It's one option. You could go. So it's like if you're saying, tú podrías ir. So we saw could for at the beginning for request, like could you open the door? In that case, you're using could for request. But also you can use it for suggestions or alternatives that a person can have. So you can say, I want to buy a car, but I don't know where to buy it. And then you say, oh, you could buy it online. You could. That is one option that you have. You could buy it online. Yes? But the second option is using should. And this is what you have over here. Today you will react to appropriate and inappropriate behavior at work. You know that sometimes people don't respect, let's say, policies that you have at work, so they behave in an appropriate way. When you say behavior, that means the attitude that you have when you act in front of other people. And here you have a conversation. This conversation is between Claudia and Raul. So I'm going to read it for you. Check the pronunciation of the words, vocabulary that you don't know, and then you ask me. So I'm going to start. Claudia says, I can't believe it. Robert is addicted to his phone. Do you see him? You're right. He should not chat in a meeting. Absolutely. That is not polite. He should answer his messages after the meetings, and we should not talk about him. That's not polite either. Agree. We should help him instead. So I will repeat it. I can't believe it. Robert is addicted to his phone. Do you see him? You're right. He should not chat in a meeting. Absolutely. That is not polite. He should answer his messages after the meetings, and we should not talk about him. That's not polite either. Agree. We should help him instead. Now, questions about vocabulary or pronunciation of the words?
Instead.
Instead
What
means
is
en cambio o en lugar
okay?
de algo más, en lugar de eso. Another word or pronunciation?
The pronunciation about absolutely. Who is the correct?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Another one?
What does mean either?
Either means tampoco.
And what does mean neither?
Neither is the same meaning. The difference is that if you say either, the sentence has to be negative. And if you say neither, the sentence is going to be positive. Because when you say neither, neither is like if you say not either. Not either. So I can tell you, for example, I didn't eat tamales yesterday, and I didn't eat pupusas either. Yes? So I'm saying didn't, I'm saying either, because I need to say it in negative. But if I say I didn't eat tamales yesterday, I ate pupusas neither. And I ate pupusas neither. In that case, you're saying neither because you don't have a negative form. So neither has to be like not either. In that case, you have the negative form because you're saying not either, together, neither. So that's the only difference. But in the meaning, they are exactly the same. Another one? No? All right, let's see Luz. Luz is going to be Claudia and Hazael is going to be Raul.
I can't believe it. Robert is addicted to his phone. Did you see him?
You're right. She has no shine in a meeting.
Absolutely. This is not a politic.
He should answer in some mention after the meetings, and we should no talk about him. That's not polite either.
Agree. We should help him instead.
Good, good. Just the pronunciation, it is should. Should. You don't pronounce the L.
Sure.
And the other one, answer. Answer, no answer, no answer.
Ans-
It is answer. Eliminate the W. Eliminate the W. You only say answer. Should eliminate the L. You say only should.
Sure.
Good. Next one, Walter is Raul and Michelle Claudia.
Sure.
1, 2, go.
I can believe it. Robert is addicted to his phone. Did you see him?
You're right. He should not chat in the meeting.
Absolutely. That is not polite.
He should answer his message after the meetings, and we should not talk about him. That is not polite either.
Agree. We should help him instead.
Perfect. So, polite, as you said, is the correct pronunciation. And the rest of the information was correct. Luis is going to be Raul. And Carla is going to be Claudia.
I can't believe it. Robert is addicted to his phone. Did you see him?
You are right. He should not chat in a meeting.
Absolutely. That is not polite.
He should answer his message after the meetings, and he should not talk about him. That's not polite either.
Agree. We should help him instead.
Good. Instead. Good. Next one. Carlos is going to be Raul. And let's see who else is over there. Natalie is going to be Claudia.
I can't believe it. Robert is addicted to his phone. Did you see him?
Yes, sorry, you're right. He should not chat in a meeting.
Absolutely. That is not polite.
He should answer his messages after the meeting, and we should not talk about him. That's not polite either.
Agree. We should help him instead.
Good. Next one. Walter is going to be Raul. And Candy is going to be Claudia.
I can't believe it. Robert is addicted to his phone. Did you see him?
You're right. He should not chat in the meeting.
Absolutely. That is not polite.
He should answer his message after the meetings, and we should not talk about him. That is not polite either.
I agree. We should help him instead.
Good, good. And just the pronunciation, it is messages. Messages, messages. Good. Next one. Isaac is going to be Claudia and Jordi is going to be Raul.
I can't believe it. Robert is addicted to his phone. Did you see him?
You're right. He should not chat in a meeting.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That is not polite.
He should answer his messages after the meetings, and we should not talk about him. That's not polite either.
Agreed. We should help him instead.
Good. And the last one will be Osvaldo is going to be Raul and Jocelyn is going to be Claudia.
I can't believe it. Robert is addicted to his phone. Did you see him?
You're right. He should not chat in the meeting.
Absolutely. That is not polite.
He should answer his messages after the meetings, and we should not talk about him. That's not polite either.
Agree. We should help him in this
Instead.
instead.
Okay. Good. When you have a consonant and you have a vowel, um, you connect the sound. In this case, with help and him, when you have him next to a consonant, the H is not pronounced. So you will hear people saying help him. But this is only when you have fluency. Because if you say it slowly, like agree, we should help him is the correct pronunciation. But if you say it quickly, agree, we should help him instead. Help him instead. Help him instead. So in that case, you have like uh, a linking sound over there between P and M. You don't pronounce the H. But if you say it slowly, you pronounce the H. Good. Now let's see the next part. Here you have behavior. And behavior, remember that means comportamiento, yes, or conducta. So the way that someone acts in different situations, you can describe it like behavior. And the company expects polite behavior from all the employees. Interrupting other people when they speak is not a good behavior. And gossiping about coworkers is rude behavior. Gossiping is like telling things that are not real about your coworkers or saying, "Hey, you know what? Carla has a new boyfriend and that boyfriend is my friend." Yes, and next day in the office, "Hey, you know what? Carla broke up with her boyfriend because her boyfriend had another girl." So that is gossiping. That is telling things that are not probably real about Carla, or maybe they are real, but you don't have to be telling people about it. So that is gossiping. Yes, it's the action of telling gossips. So, or inventing information about other people. So those attitudes or behaviors are not correct. So, how do you suggest someone not to do that? Easy. You can use should or you can use should not. If you don't want to say should not, you can use the contraction, and I suggest you use the contraction. because the difference between no contraction and contraction is that if you don't use contraction, it's like I don't know how to say this, but it sounds like mandatory or strict. For example, in Spanish, it's not the same if you say, if I tell you, you should go to the doctor, I'm telling you, deberías ir al doctor. You should go to the doctor. Deberías ir al doctor. But if I tell you, you should not eat candies, you should not eat candies, I'm telling you something like, no deberías comer dulces. No deberías comer dulces. If I use the contraction, I say, you shouldn't eat candies, you shouldn't eat candies, you shouldn't eat candies. No deberías comer dulces, no deberías comer dulces, no deberías comer dulces. Ese no deberías comer dulces no es muy fuerte. Entonces ahí es donde usted ocupa la contracción, shouldn't. No deberías comer dulces, you shouldn't eat candies. But if I tell you, you should not eat candies, I'm telling you, no deberías comer dulces. No sé por qué lo estás haciendo. You should not eat candies. Yes? Entonces esa es la diferencia entre ocupar la contracción y no ocuparla. Que si usted dice should not, eso va a sonar como más estricto, digamos, o un poco más serio, como un tono más amenazante. Si usted le dice, you should not buy those products, no deberías comprar esos productos, no sé por qué los estás comprando, you should not buy those products. Pero si usted solamente le dice, you shouldn't buy those products, no deberías comprar esos productos. Es algo, consejo normal, ¿verdad? No tan fuerte. So that's the difference when you use contractions and no contractions. Now let's see over here. You have some examples in positive sentences using should. So Luis is going to read sentence number 1 and sentence number 2. Carlos is going to read sentence number 3 and sentence number 4 in the positive sentences using should.
The guard should answer my good morning greeting. Linda should greet with a firm handshake.
The supervisor should use a rating in the emails. You should say please when you ask for a favor.
Okay, thank you. So the first one, the guard. The guard in this case is the security guard. Imagine that you enter to your neighborhood, you are driving, the security guard opens the doors or the gate. You enter, but you say good morning, and they don't say anything. So you say the guard or the security guard should answer my good morning greeting. Yes, he should say good morning. If you say good morning, the other person has to say good morning. But if the security guard doesn't answer, you say the security guard should answer my good morning greeting. El seguridad debería responder mi saludo de buenos días. Like that. Or my neighbor. Sometimes your neighbors, you say good morning and they just walk. So they should answer the good morning greeting that you're giving. Number 2, Linda should greet him or should greet to anyone with a firm handshake. So Linda should greet. Linda debería saludar con un saludo de manos, con un estrecho saludo de manos. Yes. Number 3, the supervisor should use a greeting in his emails. It means that the supervisor only sends the email and says, Carla, send me the report. And that's it. He doesn't say, good morning, Carla. I hope you're doing well. I just want to ask you for the information about the meeting. Could you send it to me, please? Greetings, your supervisor. So that is different than only, Carla, send me the information about the meeting. Yes, so the greeting is when you say good morning, when you say hello, and when you say goodbye. So he or the supervisor should use a greeting in his emails. And the last one, someone has the microphone on. Hector. Okay. So you should say please when you ask for a favor. Whenever you ask for a favor, you have to say please. For example, can you open the door, please? Could you open the door, please? Could you send me the information, please? So you know that you have to act in that way. So now let's see. Nathalie, how do you complete the following information? You use should plus the infinitive form or the base form of the verb. What do you use?
Mm, The infinitive form.
Let's see, Michelle, what do you use? The infinitive form or the base form?
The
After
base
should.
form.
Jocelyn, what do you use? The infinitive form or the base form? After should.
The base form.
Good. And the answer is that you use the base form. You cannot use infinitive because infinitive is when you say to. Infinitive is to play, to go, to read, to study. So you will never say you should to study. You should to go, that doesn't exist. So you don't say you should to play, you should to go, you should to study. No, never. So you only say you should go, you should study, you should play, you should buy. So should and the base form of the verb. And this is for all the subjects, for I, he, she, it, we, you, and they. You use the same structure, should and the verb in the base form. You're not going to use s if you say she should goes. No, because you're saying should. So you should and then the base form of the verb. She should go, she should study, she should eat, she should have. You will never say she should has. She should have. So should in the base form of the verb. Now in the second box, in negative form, first person is going to be Luz, number 1 and number 2, Hazael, number 3 and number 4, and at the end the answer about the structure is going to be given by Walter. So let's start with the first one.
Okay. Dario should not use many emojis in his emails. Helen should not speak so loudly.
Gabriel should not tell exist jokers.
Jokes.
Joke.
Use.
Your boss should not shout at you.
Okay, good. So the first one, Daria should not use many emojis in his emails. Next one, Helen should not speak so loudly. Next one, Gabriel should not tell sexist jokes. Jokes means chistes and bromas, but in this context is chistes. So Gabriel should not tell sexist jokes. Gabriel no debería de decir chistes sexistas. And the last one, your boss should not shout at you. Your boss should not shout at you. What does shout at you mean? It means that your boss tells you, Isaac, didn't you hear what I told you? You need to send the reports. That is shout. Yes? So your boss should not shout at you. Yes? That is like gritar. but gritar in loudly. Yes. So now let's see the structure. Walter, you use should plus not in the infinitive form or the base form of a verb.
The base form.
Exactly. So, in other words, you use the same structure when you say should in positive, and you use the same structure when you say should not in negative. Just try to remember that you can use the contraction, and I suggest that you use the contraction, especially when you are speaking. And what will be the contraction? The contraction will be shouldn't, and you will see it on the screen right now. Shouldn't. Yes, shouldn't. And that's the way that you do it. Now, any questions about it?
Teacher, I
Yes.
have a question about the pronunciation.
Which one?
The letters in the union of A, S, H, O, U in should and shout, why it's different in the pronunciation?
Good question. The thing is that for pronunciation in English, you have some rules, but rules, you can have a rule, but that rule is not going to tell you 100% of the times you're going to do it like that, because sometimes you have a rule, but that rule doesn't apply for another word. I can tell you in this context, or sorry, in this structure, because for example, when you have O-U-T, you will always pronounce out. For example, you say go out. Yes, go out, and you have O-U-T. So when you have O-U-T, you pronounce it out, like out, scout, like Boy Scout. So you have scout, you have O-U-T. And here you have shout. Why shout? Because you have O-U-T. So when you have O-U-T, the pronunciation is out. And in the first one, you have O-U-L-D. So you don't have O-U-T. So if you don't have O-U-T, you cannot pronounce it ow. You will pronounce it oo,
Okay.
like should, would, could, and the rest. Yes? But
Okay.
in general, that is the rule. But maybe
Sure.
you will find a word that is not pronounced like that.
Okay. Thank you,
because
teacher.
because rules exist, but sometimes they don't work, so you only memorize the pronunciation. But good
Okay.
question. Good. Now let's see next part. Here you have 4 situations. First situation is going to be read by Jordi. The second situation is going to be read by Isaac. The third situation is going to be read by Candy. And the fourth situation is going to be read by Hector. So let's start with the first one.
Peter is the new supervisor. He's like to give orders. He never say please.
All right, number 2.
When Carl is angry or things are not as he expected, he shoots.
He?
Shoots.
What is the pronunciation we said? O-E-U-T, how do you pronounce it?
Shoot.
He shouts.
Shout.
Exactly, O-U-T, out. Next one.
My assistant never use a no sé cómo se dice. Salutation in her emails.
Good. Next one. Next one. Next one. Hector. Well,
Creo
next.
que iba manejando. She's
Okay.
driving.
He's driving.
He's driving. He's driving.
Okay. Let's see Rene, number 4.
Lucy likes to tell jokes in the office. She laughs very loudly.
Good, 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 good. So you're saying Lucy likes to tell jokes in the office. She lauds very loudly. In this case, she lauds very loudly. It's like you're repeating the same thing. So, in my opinion, this should be she laughs very loudly instead of she louds. It has to be she laughs. And I will send you on the screen right now so that you can see it. Is this one. She laughs. She laughs very loudly because the other one doesn't make sense. So she laughs very loudly. Yes, she laughs very loudly. So let's start with the first one. Peter is the new supervisor. He likes to give orders. He never says, please. He never says, please. Yes? So this is the first problem. Second problem. When Carl is angry or things are not as he expects, he shouts. Number 3. My assistant never uses a salutation in her emails. Number 4, Lucy likes to tell jokes in the office. She laughs very loudly. Remember to change that word that you have loud, has to be laughs very loudly. And let's start with the first one. The first one says, Peter es el nuevo supervisor. A él le gusta dar órdenes, pero él nunca dice por favor. Number 2, cuando Carl está enojado o las cosas no son como él espera, él grita. Number 3, mi asistente nunca usa un saludo en sus correos. Number 4, a Lucy le gusta decir o contar chistes en la oficina. Ahí le cambian louds y le ponen laughs. Ella se ríe muy fuerte o muy alto. Yes. Now you have to give suggestions to these problems. For example, number 1, the problem is that Peter is the new supervisor and he likes to give orders. He never says please. So my suggestion is Peter should ask polite request. Peter should ask polite request. Or Peter should say please when he asks for something. Peter should say please when he asks for something. Yes, that is my suggestion. Peter should say please when he asks for something. Peter debería decir por favor cuando él pide algo. Now, you individually, you're going to create one suggestion for the number 2, number 3, and number 4. One suggestion for the situation number 2, one suggestion for the situation number 3, and one suggestion for the situation number 4. So I will give you 5 minutes. In those 5 minutes, you need to be ready to tell your suggestion. So you can start right now. All right, let's see the answers. Situation number 2. When Carl is angry or things are not as he expects, he shouts. Now we are going to hear 5 people giving suggestions. First person is going to be Isaac. What's your suggestion?
Carl should be more relaxed.
Good, good, good. Carl should be more relaxed. Good. Jordi?
Sorry, the number 2 or the number 3?
Number 2.
Number 2. Carl should try contain his breath before to say anything in these cases.
Come again?
Carl should try contain his breath before to say anything in these cases.
Okay, so Carl should try
Contain
to
his breath.
Try to contain.
Yes, his breath.
Okay. Before
to say anything in these cases.
Before saying.
Saying, okay.
Yes,
before saying anything in these cases.
Perfect. Before is a preposition. So after prepositions,
okay.
you need gerunds. So before saying. Good, 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 good. Next. Yes.
A question, teacher.
Yes.
Okay, always we use before, we try to use gerunds or infinitives.
After all prepositions, you always use gerunds.
Okay.
So when you say before is a preposition. So you use a gerund. After is a preposition, so you use gerund. For is a preposition, you need to use gerund, and like that. So after prepositions, you always use gerunds.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome. Now, same situation. When Carl is angry or things are not as he expects, he shouts. Luis?
Carl should take a couple minutes for answering when he is angry.
For answering, good. For answering when he's angry, good. Next person, let's see. Rene, same situation when Carl is angry.
Carl should to breathe slowly before shooting when the things don't work.
Carl should to breathe or should breathe?
Should to breathe?
No. Because after should, you use only the verb in the base form. You don't use infinitive.
Oh, yes, sorry. Carl should breathe slowly.
Carl should breathe slowly. Good, you're right. Next one, Hazael, same situation. When Carl is angry,
Carl should control himself before speaking.
good, good, good. So Carl should control himself before speaking. Good.
Himself.
Good. Next situation. Jaime, it says, my assistant never uses a salutation in her emails. Suggestion?
Your assistant should use salutation in her email.
Good, good.
In her email.
In her emails. Good. Next one, Walter, same situation. My assistant never uses a salutation.
My assistant should use a greeting in her emails.
My assistant should use?
A greeting.
A greeting.
Greeting, sorry.
Greeting. All right. Next person. Luz, Same situation. My assistant never uses a salutation.
My assistant should always use a salutation when starting an email.
Good. Good. Next one, Jocelyn, same situation. My assistant never uses a salutation.
My assistant should use a salutation in her emails.
Good. Next person, Elizabeth, same situation. My assistant never uses a salutation in her emails.
The assistant should be friendly in her emails.
Perfect. Should be friendly in her emails. Next person, Natalie. Lucy likes to tell jokes in the office. She laughs very loudly.
Lucy should avoid jokes at work.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. Next one, Carlos, same situation.
Lucy should not loud in the office.
Lucy should not laugh.
Laugh
Laugh.
loudly in the office.
Exactly. Recuérdense que tienen que eliminar ese louds que tienen ahí a la par de she. Eso no tendría que ir ahí. Elimínenlo y pónganle laugh, que es lo que les mandé en el chat. Laugh,
Okay.
pero con la S, laughs. So she laughs very loudly. Good, Carlos. Next one, Michelle.
Lucy should not tell jokes in the office.
Good, good. Next one, Carla.
Lucy should go out when she tells jokes in the office.
When she tells jokes.
When she tells jokes.
Good, good. Next one, Raul.
Morning, teacher. Sorry, I am a bit lost about the class. I am
Okay.
entering some minutes ago.
Okay, we are in the situation number 4. Situation number 4 says that Lucy likes to tell jokes in the office, but she laughs very loudly. It means that she tells the jokes about Pepito and then she laughs a lot. So you have to give suggestions to these problems. How are you going to do it? You can say should, and the base form, when you say should, is like deberías. Or you say should not, or the contraction shouldn't, no debería. So what is the suggestion? What do you think, Raul? What do you think could be the suggestion?
Maybe it should be.
Yeah, but tell me, Lucy should, what do you think Lucy should do?
Lucy should be loud, very loudly.
Okay, Lucy should not laugh very loudly.
Okay, Lucy should not laugh very loudly.
Exactly. Lucy should not laugh very loudly. Lucy no debería reírse muy fuerte. Good. Next person. Let's see. Candy. Candy?
Lucy should control her laughter at the office.
Lucy should control her laugh at the office. You are right. Good, good, good. So this is the way that you make suggestions. You use should or should not, or the contraction shouldn't. So I'm going to play a video that you're going to watch, and on this video you're going to see how to use should. And for those who join us later, pay attention to this video, and this is going to help you to understand a little bit more about it.
Watching. Hi, this is Mark. This is English Conversation Practice. Giving advice. You should. Part 1. You should take a hot bath. You should have some coffee or tea. You should have some water. You should lie down. You should go outside. You should study harder. What's the matter? I'm really cold. You should take a hot bath. That's a good idea. What's the matter? I have a terrible headache. You should lie down. That's a good idea. What's the matter? I'm tired. You should have some coffee or tea. That's a good idea. What's the matter? I'm bored. You should go outside. That's a good idea. What's the matter? I ate a spicy pepper. You should have some water. That's a good idea. What's the matter? I failed my test. You should study harder. That's a good idea. Okay, great job. I'll see you next time. Take it easy. Bye.
Okay, so as you can see, you use only should and the verb. You should go, you should buy, you should eat. If it is he should go, he should buy, he should eat. Same thing for all subjects. If it
A
is
question,
negative,
Professor.
should not, or the contraction shouldn't. He should not go, or he shouldn't go. Luis?
When we need use have when recommend drink liquid.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes. Not only liquid, but also food in general. You can
Only.
say have.
Okay. Thank you.
Good. So this is the way that you make suggestions. Now let's see some of you. Who has a problem? Any kind of problems. Everyone has a problem. Don't say, no, I don't have any problems. Maybe your problem is that you wake up late. Maybe your problem is that you you haven't completed the exercises. Maybe your problem is that you go to bed too late, or maybe your problem is that you want to do exercise but you don't have time, or maybe your problem is that you know that you don't like to go to the supermarket and you need to buy some things. Maybe your problem is that your TV doesn't work. Maybe your problem is the internet connection is not so good. So you have different kind of problems. So I need a volunteer to tell a problem that you have right now, and the rest of classmates are going to give you suggestions. So volunteer. Only one. Only a
Me, teacher.
only a pigeon I hear. Only a
I,
pigeon, but no one said anything. Only Luz. Okay,
in my
Luz.
case, I always forgot my keys car, so I have to came back.
Okay. So in this case, this is something that always happens to you. So use the
I don't know
present.
why, but I
Good.
always
I always forget
forget.
because it is always. It is in the present. It is a routine.
Okay, I always forget
forget my car keys.
my car keys.
Oh, so you are going to your car and then you have to return.
Yes.
Okay, so what kind of suggestions can you give to Luz? Let's start with Osvaldo. Suggestion?
Let me think. She always forgets his
Her.
keys, her keys, car or house.
She always forgets her
Car.
car keys.
Okay,
Her car keys. The keys of her car.
okay. She should use a big, I don't know how says llavero,
Keychain.
keep chain. Okay. She should use a big keychain.
Yes, that's an option. Good. Another option, let's see. Natalie?
Mm, Luz should mm, maybe use a keychain with sound.
Okay. A keychain with sound. Yeah.
Teacher, I have one
Okay.
suggestion.
Okay, Michelle.
I think that Luz maybe should set an alarm before, in her cell phone before leaving her house.
Before leaving her house.
Yes.
Good. So Lucy should set an alarm. Car keys. Car keys. And in that way you will remember that you have to pick up your keys. Good. Luis?
Luz should hang or put the keys always in the same place
Good.
and take when she left the house.
When she leaves.
She leaves the house.
Good, good. So that you will remember like a routine, you always go and pick it up. Good, good, good. Raul?
Luz should put her keys near to the exit door.
Good. So Luz should put the keys near the exit door. Good. So that when you're walking and you open the door, you see the key and oh, my keys, and then you leave. Good idea, good idea. Now another problem. Let's see another person with a problem. No one has a problem.
I never say please.
Oh, so listen to Louis. Louis never says please. So that's his problem. He's honest and he says, I never say please. So help me. So this is what Louis is saying. So try to help Louis. Suggestion, Hassel?
He should es, ¿cómo se dice recordar?
Remember.
Remember. She should remember start say please.
He should remember to start saying please.
Ajá, él debe recordar, iniciar diciendo por favor.
Oh, I understand. So what Hasael is saying is that before you say the favor or before you ask for the favor, say please. It's like, please, could you open the door so that you remember that you have to say it? Good, 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 good. Another option, Elizabeth? Another suggestion?
Luis should be please always that he give, pedir, give, yes.
Ask for.
Ask for something.
So can you repeat?
Luis always should say says please when he asks for something.
Good, when he asks for something. Good. Jaime?
Luis should say please when he asks for a favor.
Good, similar to Elizabeth. Good, good, good. Now another person with another problem. Last person with a problem.
Okay, my case.
Walter, good.
I love the Coca-Cola. I drink all time.
Okay, so Walter is addicted to Coca-Cola. Suggestions.
Walter should invite all us.
Walter should invite all of us. Good, good. So in that case, he spends a lot of money and then he's going to say, no, I'm not going to buy more. Good.
we have the same problem, and I will say that Walter should complete his refrigerator with more Coca-Cola.
In that case, it is a bad suggestion because he has a problem, and you're saying he should complete the refrigerator of Coca-Cola. He's going to
Yes.
die. But good. Okay. Next person, Carlos. Suggestion for Walter?
Walter should drink the same quantity of water that he drink of Coca-Cola.
Yes, good. To start decreasing the amount of soda that you're consuming every day, yes. Because some people drink more soda than water. So in that case, it is a serious problem. Good.
Yes.
Good, good, good. Natalie?
Walter should uh, drink more water.
Good. Walter should drink more water. Good. So this is the way that you make suggestions. You can use should for positive, or you can use shouldn't for negative. And if you say shouldn't, remember that is the contraction of should not. So in the case of Walter, I can give him a suggestion and then I say, you should keep a piggy bank and put the money every time that you want to buy a soda. So put the money over there so that you will save your money instead of buying.
You understand our feelings.
Yes. Good. And about who was the other person? I guess it was Louis said that he never says please. Yeah, what Hazael said was a good idea to say please before you ask for the favor so that you don't forget it. Good. Or you should repeat please, 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 please with some request so that you will remember it. And about lose, maybe you should buy a lanyard, and you put it on around your neck after you take a shower, so you always remember that you are going with your car key. So that might be a solution. So as you can see, you can use should, and the base form you don't use infinitive, so you will never say you should to go. You will never say you should to buy. You should go. You should buy. You should play. In negative, you should not go, or the contraction, you shouldn't go. Yes? So what are you going to do right now? You're going to create a conversation and you're going to act it out. You will act it out in front of the class. So you will work in pairs to create that conversation. When you finish that conversation, you will come here and you will act it out. What will be the conversation about? Easy. You will act out different scenes at work. Number one is a situation when your coworker always arrives late for everything at work, for meetings, for classes, for everything. So your coworker always gets late to places or appointments. So that is the first situation. Second situation, your coworker is always gossiping about other people. Your coworker is always gossiping about other people. Yes, gossiping means diciendo chambres o rumores.
Chambroso, chismoso.
Exactly. So that is the second situation. Situation number 3, take notes about it. Take notes because later you will tell me what situation you would choose. Number 3, your coworker is always borrowing money. Your coworker is always borrowing money. Hey, can you lend me $20? I will pay you next week. So your coworker is always borrowing, because remember that borrow means pedir prestado. So your coworker is always borrowing money. Next one. Your coworker tells lies. Your coworker tells lies. In other words, your coworker is a liar. He always says, yes, I will do it, and he never does it. Okay, Luz, I understand. Next one, next situation. Next situation is that you have a coworker, but this coworker doesn't help you. He wastes or she wastes his time or her time doing other things, but he or she doesn't help you. It's like a lazy coworker. Yes, take notes. Next one, situation about your coworker. Your coworker never eats lunch, and your coworker gets dizzy from time to time. Yes, your coworker never eats lunch, but gets dizzy from time to time.
The situation before, which was it?
Before eating,
Yeah,
it was your coworker who took the notes. Brian?
Yeah, coworker was coworker was coworker waste his time and in another things like an is like a lazy coworker.
That is
okay,
the situation,
thank
a
you.
lazy coworker. Good, thank you, Brian. Next situation, your coworker never, never irons his uniform or her uniform. Next one, your supervisor asks you for too many things. Your supervisor asks you for too many things. Too many, demasiado. Too many things. He's telling you to do one thing, then another thing, then another thing, and another thing, and you will never finish. Yes. So how many situations do we have?
8.
Good. So we have 8 situations, and you are 17 because Luz had a problem. So I was supposed to have 9 situations and you will work in pairs, but now that she's not here, you're going to work in pairs, but one group is going to be of 3. So I'm going to create the groups and you will tell me the topic that you will choose. So you have the list, you tell me one of the topics.
For all of topics.
Yes, you have to choose
Okay.
only one topic. Only one topic.
Okay.
So let's see. Group number 1 will be Brian and Raul. So Brian and Raul, which topics? Choose one. Quickly.
Number 1.
Okay, can you say the situation so that your classmates can erase it?
Coworker ever arrive late for everything.
Okay, the coworker that always arrives late. So that situation is only for Brian and Raul. Next group is going to be Carlos Asensio and Elizabeth. What topic?
The last, the supervisor asks you for too many things.
Yes. Teacher is not listening.
Sorry. Elizabeth and Carlos selected the last option about the supervisor. So eliminate that information, the rest of you, because you cannot take it, they are going to do it. Next one, Jordi and Luis. Choose the topic.
Luz?
No, Jordi and Luis.
Ah, Luis.
Yes.
Yoti.
Yes. Sí. Yes.
My coworkers always borrowing money.
Okay, your
Okay.
coworker is always borrowing money. Good. So the rest of you eliminate that situation. Next one, Hazael and let's see, Jaime. Hazael and Jaime. What's the topic?
My coworker never iron her or his uniform.
Good, 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 good. Next one, Isaac, Isaac and Michelle. What is the topic?
Michelle, choose.
Michelle?
Coworker is liar.
Your coworker is a liar. Okay, so that is for Isaac and Michelle. Next one, Candy and Nathalie. Choose a topic.
Coworker gossiping in about other people. I don't hear you, teacher.
Next group, Walter and Renee. Choose a topic.
Coworker always never eat lunch.
Your coworker never eats lunch, never eats lunch, and gets dizzy. Good. And the last one, Jocelyn and Carla. What is the topic that you have?
Lost the time.
Your coworker wastes his time.
Yes.
Okay, good. So what are you going to do? Your classmate is going to be the gossip person. Your coworker will be the one that arrives late. Your coworker will be the liar. Your coworker will be the person that doesn't help you. The coworker will be your supervisor. So one of you is going to have the problem and the other one gives you suggestion. Yes? So this is the situation. You will have 15 minutes, and in those 15 minutes, you need to be ready to act out the situation. It is a short conversation. You identify the problem and you say, let's say that I'm working with Elizabeth. Hi, Elizabeth, how are you? I'm not so good. Why, Elizabeth? Because I have a lot of things to do and you have to help me, but you don't help me. Oh, yes, I know that I don't help you, but sometimes I start doing other things and then when I realize it's too late. And then Elizabeth said, yes, but you should organize your time. You should have a list of activities that you need to do every day so that you help me with my activities. Yes, Elizabeth, but I always forget. I write a list, but I always lose the list. So you should use your cell phone. If you use your cell phone, you will do this, and this, and this, and this. Yes. So this is what you're going to do. One of you is going to have the problem and the other one has to give you suggestions. Any questions? Questions?
No, no question.
All right. So Osvaldo is entering right now. So I'm going to add him to another group. So if you see Osvaldo over there in your group, you know that you're going to work in 3. So enter right now, guys. Enter. And Osvaldo
Thank you, teacher.
going to go. You're welcome.
Late guy, and you can be advise me from, I don't know how to came early to the work.
What is your situation?
We are working about co-worker ever arrived late.
Okay.
And
So
Brian is the guy arrived late for
okay,
everything.
good. So Osvaldo and Raul, you have to give in suggestions.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey Raul, hey Brian, why are you always late? My boss is asking for you. Oh, the thing is that the traffic jam is heavy in San Salvador, so there is always an accident on the street, so I always arrive late. Oh, you should set an alarm 30 minutes before so that you have more time to to be on time in case you find a situation on the street. So any kind of situation that you want to give. Yes? Okay, so you have 15 minutes to present it.
Okay, thank you, teacher.
You're welcome.
After that, I'm going to answer.
If sometimes I don't know what I, I answer.
No, the after you say the topic, like yes, my supervisor asked me to do a lot of things. I can ask you something, or I can do the super the se me fue la palabra. de, bueno, I can continue the conversation
Advice.
with you should advise that, sorry, with you should told to your supervising you have a lot of things to do.
Because the question is, lend me some money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jordi, would you mind lend me
Lending me.
lending me a money because I need to pay my invoices.
In
Would
this
you
moment,
mind?
I don't have money.
Good. Would you mind
But
lending me some money, not a money, because I is one.
some money, okay.
Mhm.
Jordi, would you mind lending me uh, some money for for a couple days?
Luis, I couldn't because in this moment I don't have money.
I can't.
Okay.
Yeah,
Uh,
but the teacher had money. Why do you ask him?
Why don't you ask him? Why don't you ask him?
Okay, why do you ask him?
That would be funny.
well, teacher, I need some money, and I want you mind to lend me some money because Jordi is like poor than me.
He's poor like me. He's poor like
Yeah,
me. So
poor than me, like me.
we three are in the same situation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
We must to we must to
we
go
must
to the
we must go.
we must we must go we must go to a to a fourth persons, no.
Yes.
yeah.
Una
We
cuarta
don't have a
persona.
lunch this day.
Yes, and
And,
because of that, I'm going to bring Hector to work with you. So he's going to
Okay,
contribute
okay.
don't
some
worry.
money.
Okay.
Hector,
Hi.
you're going to work with Jordi and Luis. They are creating a conversation right now. They have a coworker who is always borrowing money. Hey, could you lend me $20? Could you lend me $20?
Okay.
So you need to act out that situation in front of the class. So you have only 9 minutes to complete the activity. So go with them. You will enter to the session right now. Enter.
Okay. Okay.
Para que no solo se en iron your uniform. Entonces yo voy a decir I know that. I know that, but I had con D al final porque es pasado. I had went to
I had to
went to
go.
the bed.
I had to
Went to
go.
the bed late because I have a because I had
Jaime?
many activities
Jaime,
to
Jaime?
do.
Jaime.
Jaime?
Hola.
In that case, it's not I had went. It is
I had go. I had.
I had to go.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. I had to go. I had go to the bed late.
I had to go. Tenía
I
que.
had
I had to.
I had to go to the bed late.
Go to bed late.
Go to bed. Go to bed late.
Teacher, ¿cómo se
because
pronuncia? Disculpa.
How do you pronounce?
Organizar.
Organize.
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 Many activities.
So I told him.
Yeah.
I told him, okay, bro.
Yeah. that when you
Irme temprano, ¿verdad?
yes, yes. For example, when you ask a permission for the see the parking.
Compromiso, how do you say?
An appointment.
An appointment.
Yes.
Okay. I told him today to leave early because I have an appointment.
I have an appointment.
I have an appointment.
Okay, I think that you
Not
should.
really.
Yes, I because you should not ask permission for the.
Ah, no, si no, solo te voy a decir, yes, all right, it's probably.
What happened, Hector? Hector? Hector?
Don't tell anyone. Hi,
Te puedo contestar. And you should.
Also, you should get organized.
Sorry, Natalie. Do you say something? I was leaving when I heard that she said something, but I don't know.
No, wait only. Que le esperemos.
Ah, okay.
Okay. Our topic is the ¿cómo se dice esa
working,
palabra?
gossiping
Gossiping.
about other people. I am the gossip.
And I tell her advice no.
Yeah, suggestion or advice?
Suggestion.
Okay. Suggestion.
Good. So you have only 1 minute. In 1 minute, we are going to start acting those situations.
No, it's yeah. Finished yet.
You have already finished?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So in 1 minute, we go back to main station.
Okay.
You shake
your email before check your social network.
Before
social
checking.
network. For checking.
Before checking.
Okay. Before checking your okay. And have your coffee, but check your email before checking your social networks.
Okay, thank you. Hey, te diría, you have a reason. Thank you.
You are right. You are right.
You are right.
You're right. See? You're
You're
right.
right.
You are.
Thank you.
You are right. You are right. The contraction. the contraction, you're right.
Ah, sí, you're right.
You're right.
Okay.
Okay, time's up. Let's go back to main session.
Okay. ¡Ay, copiamos esto!
Wait.
Yo creo que tengo todo.
Okay.
Va.
Okay.
All right, now let's listen to your classmates acting those situations. We are going to start with, let's see, Natalie, and your partner was Candy.
Candy.
Okay, so let's
Yes.
listen to Natalie and Candy. 1, 2, go.
Okay, good morning. Good presentation is the coworker gossiping about the other people. So, Candy, do you see the secretary had a relationship with the boss?
Really? I didn't no.
Yes, I saw go out together last Friday, but don't tell anybody.
Natalie, you shouldn't talk about other people in the office because that can cause problems for you. And you know that reasons why the secretary and the boss went out together. It could be that they were going to a business meeting.
Yes, all right, it's probably. Thank you.
Good job. So let's give it up for them. Good job, good job. Good. Next one, Raul, who's your partner?
Osvaldo and Brian. We are talking about a coworker ever arrived late for everything.
Okay.
Osvaldo, how are you today?
Fine, thanks. How about you?
I am very well.
Hey, Raul, where is Brian? We have a meeting right now.
I don't know, he always come late.
Hey guys, sorry. I'm here for the meeting.
What happened to you, Brian? Why you always come late?
Sorry guys, the traffic is very hard in my way to the work.
Okay, Brian, I'm sorry for you. You should take another way.
Oh, Raul, the problem is I just have one way to move from the office.
Brian, you should get up early and set up an alarm 30 minutes before as usual.
I have been trying, but I feel so tired because I go sleep too late.
Brian, this is the problem. You should go to the bed early.
That's right. Let's go to the meeting, guys.
And that's all.
Thank you.
Good,
Thank you.
Good job. Real life situation. Okay, good. Next one, Hazael, who's your partner?
Jaime.
All right, so Jaime and Hazael, 1, 2, go.
The topic is my coworker Jaime never irons uniform. Hello, Jaime. How are you?
I'm not good. I'm worried.
Why? Tell me what happened, please.
Always I have a problem to get up early, and I don't have enough time for my uniform.
You should get up early and iron your uniform.
I know that, but I have to go to bed late because I have many activities to do.
You should organize your time and iron your uniform at night before go to the bath.
Thanks for excuse me. Thanks for your suggestion. See you later.
See you.
Good, 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 good. So let's give it up for them. Good. Just before going to bed is what you wanted to say, Hazel. Before going to bed.
Going to bed.
Exactly.
Before going to bed.
And suggestion.
Thanks.
Suggestion. Good.
Yes.
Next one, Elizabeth. Who's your partner?
Is Carlos.
All right. So Carlos, 1, 2, go.
First, the task. It's the supervisor asks too many tasks.
Good.
So let's start. Hi, Elizabeth. I see you're stressed. Everything is okay?
Hi, Carlos. No, my supervisor asked me for too many things, and sometimes I don't know what I say.
You should talk to your supervisor and tell you don't gonna to finish all the tasks.
Yes, I'm going to talk with him about that.
Your supervisor should not assign you too many tasks at the same time.
Yes, he shouldn't.
Also, you should get an organized habit.
Okay, I'm going to be more organized with my task the next time.
That's
Only
all.
that.
Good. Organized. Organized. Good.
Organized.
Good for them. Good job, guys. Good job. Next one, Renee. Who's your partner?
Walter.
All right, Walter and Renee. What's the situation?
And it's lunch. Never eats lunch.
Good. 1, 2, go.
Hi, Walter. How are you?
I am tired. I have a lot of work for today.
Really? What do you a lot of work?
Because I have to send a lot of email. I finish a report and I have 2 meetings.
I understand you. That doesn't sound good. When you finish this task,
Today I finished this task. I don't believe it lunch. Yesterday was the same.
but it's bad for your body. You should eat at least one snack.
You are right. I have to eat something.
And you should also get another job.
I will consider your suggestion.
Okay, bye. Nice to see you. Take care.
Nice to see you, Rene. Bye.
Good, 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 good. So let's give it up for them. Next one, Carla. Who's your partner?
Jocelyn.
All right, Jocelyn and Carla. 1, 2, go. Oh, by the way, what's the situation?
Are my problems? I like wasting time.
Okay. 1, 2, go.
Hi, Jocelyn. How are you?
Hi, Carla. Fine, and you?
I have a lot of work, and the time flies.
Why do you have a lot of work?
I have a problems. I like wasting time.
Really? What do you do all day?
Well, first I like arrive late to the office, and after I prepare my delicious coffee to start, and then I check all my social networks. I like read the news on Facebook, check my boyfriend profile, and after that is time to lunch.
And what do you do in the afternoon?
I work 2 or 3 hours and I leave in the office early.
You should organize your task. It's very important that you finish your task, but if you don't do it, you lose your job.
Okay, you're right.
You have to wake up early and arrive early to the office and have your coffee, but check your email before checking your social networks.
Okay, you're right. Thank you, Jocelyn.
Okay, bye.
Good, good. That was funny. Let's give it up for them. Just remember, I like to go, or I like to play, and like that. Good. Next one, Luis. With Jordi and Hector, I guess.
Yes.
Okay.
The
situation?
situation is borrow money.
Okay, a coworker who wants to borrow money all the time. So 1, 2, go.
Hello, Jordi. How are you?
Good morning, Luis. I'm fine. What about you?
No, I'm very bad because my two sons are very hungry. They have a lot of hungry because I don't have money. And recently I asked for my teachers, English teacher, and for money, and they say no, I don't have. Do you? Would you mind to lend me money uh, today, 100 or $200, please?
Oh, sorry, Luis. In this moment, I don't have money, but here's Hector. And why do you ask him?
Okay, really. Okay, Hector is the person for that
Yeah,
because
that's the
uh,
guy.
yeah, he is rich. He is rich.
Yeah, yeah.
Hector,
I don't know that,
Hector,
but ask me.
Hector,
Hi,
how
Luis.
do you do?
I'm fine, Luis. How is your day?
Yeah. Well, I have a bad day, but you could
What's the
help
matter?
me. Um, can you uh, lend me a money, 100 or $200, please?
100. There is a lot of
Yeah,
money.
yeah.
I-
No, it's for rice and beans.
At, at this moment, I don't have that money, but uh, I don't have in my pocket that money. But I could lend you enough for this day via Tigo Money.
Okay, can you give me a suggestion for me, Hector or Jordi?
Yes, Luis, I will help you this time, but uh, you should be more organized with your budgets.
Okay,
I told you as a friend, really.
okay, thank you. Jordi, do
Well,
you have a question for me?
oh no, nice to see you, Luis. See you later.
Okay, thank you.
Good. So let's give it up for them. Good job. Good. So that was really good. Now, just to finish, guys, because of the time, the attendance, because I know that you have to go to work. So first person, Isaac Aguillon,
Present.
Hazael Alfaro,
Present.
Rodrigo Alfaro. Well, he was there. Carlos Asensio. Oh no, he didn't come today.
Present.
Carlos, yes. Osvaldo,
Present.
Elizabeth,
Present.
Jordi,
Present.
Nathalie,
Present.
Renee,
Present.
Luz. Luz was in class. Luis,
Present.
he's present. Leti Orellana is not here. Jocelyn Ramos,
Present.
Raúl,
Present.
Jaime,
Present.
Carla. Well, she's
Present.
there. Hector,
Present.
Present.
Walter,
Present.
Michelle,
Present.
Candy, she's there.
Present.
Present.
And Brian, present. Good. So that's all for now, guys. We are going to continue tomorrow. Thank you for being there and have a nice day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
See you
Bye.
tomorrow.
Bye.
Thanks.
Bye.